Hey everyone, welcome back to Staying Salty. My name is Chelsea, and if you've never been here before, this is a collaborative YouTube channel with 5 different people who all have cystic fibrosis. We share our stories, our life experiences, opinions, and various aspects of our lives dealing with this disease. And if you've ever heard of CF, you probably know that it affects the lungs. It increases our mucus, which really increases our susceptibility to bacteria and lung infections, and ultimately decreases our lung function and our ability to breathe, which is pretty crucial. But that is not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about this part that most people don't really know about with cystic fibrosis, and that is the issues that we deal with our gut, our GI tract, digestive tract, and all of that fun stuff. So stay tuned.
I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
Okay, so like I said, cystic fibrosis normally is just referred to as a lung disease, which is very true. The main issue that most people have is our lungs. But what most people don't know is that cystic fibrosis really just affects the mucus production within the body. And you get mucus in a lot more areas of your body than just your lungs. So one of those being an organ that is very much overlooked is the pancreas. And a majority, if not most, of cystic fibrosis patients are pancreatic insufficient, which means we can't digest our food properly because the pancreas is full of mucus and it's not able to emit the enzymes to break down our food properly. So we don't get the nutrients out of our food, we don't get the fat out of our food. We really become malnourished, and that's actually how a lot of us, myself included, were diagnosed, is because we're not extracting the nutrients from our food, so we're essentially just malnourished. And I was given failure to thrive before I got diagnosed with CF. So all of these issues really center around the pancreas, as well as a lot of other gut issues that I'm going to talk about today. Like I said, the pancreas really is one of the most important organs of the body, and that is the one that is most screwed up in cystic fibrosis. So a lot of us get really bad gut issues. I've actually had an intestinal blockage when I was 12 that I had to have emergency surgery on. I do have all my intestines still. They did not have to remove any, but it's various things like that that kind of pop up left and right that people don't really recognize is a part of cystic fibrosis life. Today I'm really going to talk about what my issues with gut health is and what the most common things in the CF world are. So when it comes to the CF world in general, the CF belly or the CF gut generally is just this distended, pregnant looking belly that a lot of CFers get because our insides are essentially fighting each other. We get inflammation, we get bowel obstructions like I said I had, and a whole host of other issues that causes our bellies to become distended, uncomfortable, bloated, and it's just not a fun part of CF. Thankfully, through the years, I've figured out how to mediate mine, so I actually don't really encounter this issue much anymore. This took a lot though, and that is what I was going to make my video mostly about. So the first thing I did to combat my CF gut was to really examine my diet. What I was eating, what I was putting in my body, what was really increasing my discomfort, increasing my bloatedness, and really kind of being more conscious of what exactly the cause and effects were happening within my body. What I essentially figured out was one big thing for me was dairy. I cut out all dairy because I felt like that was really making me become lethargic. It was really just ruining my stomach, did not make me ever feel good when I had dairy. So right now I'm on the whole almond milk kick, and I've felt great ever since. So I think it's really important to, not just accept this whole CF gut issue, but really start to examine, what did I put in my body that may have exacerbated this or maybe had brought this even more on than it normally would have. So being conscious of your own patterns and not just blindly, going through the day, kind of consciously looking at the cause and effects of what you're doing can help mediate that issue. Also, I did cut out, or I'm in the process of trying to cut out, most gluten. I found that that really ruined my stomach, made me feel super bad, and that was what was making me feel so bloated. So I really try and avoid all breads. I can't avoid rice. I love sushi. So like I said, it's an attempt in the process, but all obviously dietary things definitely affect how your gut interacts with each other, how your gut is, and everyone's gut is so different. I really encourage anyone to explore that area of alternating, not your diet, but alternating food groups and seeing how those react. Maybe it's meat, because I've noticed a lot of red meat causes that as well. So it's really up to you what you really want to do, but that was what helped me most. And by far the most underestimated way to mediate the CF gut is exercise. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Everyone knows that exercise is important, but I don't think anyone really knows how important it really is, even in realms like this of the CF gut. I know once I started yoga, and yoga is super, super integrated into your core strength, not only just abs, but your full core, because your core actually wraps around from your spine all the way around to your belly. So you actually have 3 or really 4 different types of ab muscles. One, the rectus abdominis, which most people recognize as the six-pack. You have internal and external obliques, but then one of the most important is you have a transverse abdominis, which goes all the way around from your spine all the way to your belly. And that is one of the most important things, in my opinion, to the CF gut, is to really strengthen that and strengthen your entire abdominal core region, because when that core is super, super tight, it keeps the belly and everything in. So if your core isn't tight, obviously you're gonna have a much more bloated belly. And I still do get bloated, but since I started the yoga and strengthening my core and everything, it has made a world of difference. And you can just look up online, transverse abdominis workouts, exercises. Instagram has them, but I feel like so many people focus so much on the crunches and the gut and the six-pack that it doesn't really help, because the rectus abdominis is on the outermost layer, whereas the transverse is behind it and it goes around your back. So that really, in my opinion, is the most important when it comes to the CF gut, is strengthening that kind of abs and the core. So, I mean, six-pack abs would be great for everyone, but I think core is one of the most amazing ways to mediate that, aside from diet. Of course, besides that, we all do still encounter the CF gut no matter what. And I would love to know your thoughts and your opinions on how you figured out how to make yours less, or how you've gotten rid of your CF gut, down in the comments below. Let us know how you guys do it, because this is a channel where we love to get feedback from all of our viewers and help spread awareness, spread knowledge. So please let us know in the comments. Let me know if you agree with my opinions. If you don't, let's have a conversation. And yeah, I hope you all are feeling good today. I hope you are healthy, and until next time, I hope your belly stays nice and healthy and you have no issues like many of us do. But until next time, thanks for watching, and we will see you next week on Staying Salty. Thanks, guys. Remember, hashtag stay salty. Bye, guys.